Hello everyone, welcome to another live session. Hello everyone, welcome to Life Simplified, another live session. Welcome to the 3 p.m. series, and as we are continuing with our practice on forgiveness, seeking forgiveness from various types of people and various types of mistakes which, like general mistakes which most of us might have committed. So let us first begin with a short prayer. एक prayer के साथ शुरुआत करते हैं. Please keep your spine straight. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Relax yourself. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the great ones, Holy Gurus, Holy Masters, Saints, to our spiritual teachers, to the healing angels, healing ministers. We thank you for your presence. Thank you for your guidance, your help and protection. Thank you in full faith. So be it. Gently open your eyes. Right, Atma Namaste once again. Welcome to the session. So today we are going to practice forgiveness, or we are going to seek forgiveness, especially from all those people or all those types of people whom unknowingly we have kind of made them superstitious. Yeah, if not using the word superstitious, unknowingly we taught them something, or unknowingly we made them do something, और बाद में हम लोग को पता चला कि हमने जो बताया था वो kind of गलत था. You know, so this kind of experience mainly happens, especially if you are a teacher. If you're a teacher or an instructor, you may have experienced this, that many times what you thought is the truth, like जो आपको लगता था कि ये सच्चाई है, आपने वो deliver किया, वो लोगों के साथ share की. But then later on you get to know कि no, that was not the truth. And then you kind of feel that, oh my God, like how do we kind of, change that? So obviously we cannot kind of change that, but definitely if we have a realization, if we have an understanding, okay, that this has happened, we can always ask or seek for forgiveness. This may happen, this type of mistakes mainly happens, especially as I just shared, that it can happen as an instructor, as a trainer, or it can also happen if you are a parent. Like most of us might be parents, and it does happen like a parent, or even maybe, if not parents, but maybe an elder person, where you taught something to somebody who is younger. It happens a lot in terms of parents, is something we learn from our elder generation, और फिर हम लोग ने वही चीज़ अपनी यंगर जनरेशन को सिखाई, लेकिन हम लोग ने उसे वैलिडेट नहीं किया, या हमने उसे चेक नहीं किया whether this particular habit of this particular information, whether it is truth or not. And then it's like हम लोग खुद भी superstitious बने, या हम लोग ने खुद भी वो अंधविश्वास रखा, या हमने खुद भी वो जो भी चीज़ हमने प्रैक्टिस की जिसमें सच्चाई नहीं थी, हमने खुद भी उसे प्रैक्टिस किया, और अपनी जो यंगर जनरेशन है उसको भी हम लोग ने प्रैक्टिस करने पर इंस्पायर कर दिया. And then sometimes we later on realize that, oh my God, this was not the right practice, or this was not the truth. So there are many things which we kind of download, or we teach it to our younger generation, to our children. This is the most common thing that can happen. And if you are a trainer, then it may happen to you as a trainer also. Now, I'll just throw some examples which we might have done, some basic examples which you can also share if you think of, or if you can recall something in the comment section. So, जैसे कि for example, आपको किसी ने बोला in your elder generation that, you know what, you cannot cut your nails on a particular date, or you cannot wash your hair on a particular day, या आपको किसी ने बोला कि नहीं ये चीज़ हम लोग इस दिन पर नहीं करते हैं. These are very common, especially in the eastern and the northern zone of India. These are very common myths or very common superstitions which many people follow. And then हम लोग उसे खुद तो follow कर लिए, suppose, but you also ask the younger generation to follow it, and they kind of ask us, why do we follow? What is the reason behind it? We are like, no, you just do it. or we trigger some fear in them कि नहीं करोगे तो पाप लग जाएगा या ये हो जाएगा या वो हो जाएगा. Some crap we tell them, and sometimes we just tell them because we are scared कि अगर ये नहीं करेंगे तो कुछ negative हो जाएगा. Now why are we scared? Why are we fearful of not following a particular ritual or not following a particular custom? Fear तभी हमारे अंदर आएगा because we are not aware about the science behind it, or we are not aware about the underlying basis of that particular act or activity which we are doing or we are also asking the younger generation to do. अगर हम लोग को उसके पीछे का साइंस पता रहेगा, then we will not have that fear within. The fear comes out of ignorance. The fear comes out of having faith in something जिसके facts हम लोग को पता नहीं है. इसीलिए many things are, many rituals, many customs are done out of fear. वो सिर्फ डर की वजह से किया हो जाता है. But come to think of it, we don't need to fear God or we don't need to fear anything. We need to love God. We need to have the right attitude. But if we kind of hold fear within, then वो fear क्या करता है कि हम लोग को बोलता है कि ठीक है ये कर लो वो कर लो. You know, there are so many superstitions. There are very weird superstitions like आप ये दिन ये खाओगे तो आपको लड़का हो जाएगा, या ये करोगे तो आपको ऐसे नहीं होगा. You know, so many things. And there could be phases in our life where we probably had maybe a low phase. और होता है ना कि जब हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा desperate होते हैं कोई चीज़ के लिए या कोई चीज़ पाने के लिए, if we become very desperate, sometimes we also slip and get and become superstitious. Not just we becoming superstitious, we also, when we are fearful about somebody else, we also make them superstitious. जैसे बच्चों का जब एग्जाम होता है या you know, there are so many things people practice. अगर एग्जाम है तो ये करके जाओ, ये मत पहनो, वो मत खाओ, ऐसे मत जाओ, इस डायरेक्शन से मत जाओ. There could be science behind certain things, but superstition basically means that we are practicing something or we're implementing something जिसके पीछे का science या उसका underlying foundation basis क्या है वो हम लोग को पता नहीं है. If we don't know that and if we still practice, then it is a superstition. So today we will practice forgiveness towards first realizing कि हमने ये superstition practice किया है, and not just limiting it to us, we have also inspired and motivated other people to practice. So now let me also give you a little bit more clarity on what a superstition is. Now there is something called as faith, whereas there is something called as blind faith. Okay, faith is positive, but blind faith is negative. It is not positive. Okay. Now faith is something which is tried, tested, experimented. Blind faith is something जिसके पीछे का science हमको पता नहीं है, and most of the times the blind faith it comes in because of fear. Okay. ऐसे हो नहीं होगा तो पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा, and we probably don't even want to figure out कि क्या होगा. Let me give you a very easy example. Like suppose somebody asks you, somebody tells you that you know what, in your city एक अच्छा restaurant खुला है, यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा pizza मिलता है. Why don't you go and try that pizza? Okay, if somebody tells you that. Now, if you have blind faith, what you will do? You will go and tell the same thing to somebody without trying the pizza. So आपने try तो किया नहीं, लेकिन आपने वही dialogue जो एक friend ने आपको बोला था कि you know what, ये जगह का pizza बहुत अच्छा है, you should definitely try it out. Now you had somebody around in your friends or relatives, उसको आपने same चीज बोल दी कि you know what, तुम वहाँ पर pizza try करो, बहुत अच्छा है. This is blind faith. Now what is faith? Now somebody told you that yes, the pizza is very good. Then what you do? You have to go and experiment before you conclude. So then what you can do is, okay, you're like, okay, next time when I go for dinner, maybe I'll try it out there. And then you went to that place for dinner, you ordered the pizza, you tasted it, you experimented it. और सुबह तक अगर आपका पेट खराब नहीं हुआ है, then you come to the conclusion that yes, the pizza was good. और तब आप किसी और को बोल सकते हैं कि yes, you know what, that pizza is good, I have tried it also. So something which you have tried, you have experimented, you have an experience to it, you have something, some information to back it up. That is faith. Blind faith is बिना सोचे समझे कोई चीज में विश्वास रखना. आपको पता भी नहीं है कि वो कैसा है. Just because somebody has said it, you also say it without checking, without validating, without going into the facts or details and figuring out whether it is genuinely what they're saying is true or not. All right. So this is one random example that I can give you in to compare the difference between faith and superstition. Now the thing is, as we move towards our practice, I hope you're already aware of maybe some person or somebody whom you have kind of given information without validating, without checking, without being sure about the facts. That is what we need to ask. Now बहुत बार क्या होता है, it is not just about the rituals and customs, but it is also about informations, rumors. कहीं से आपने कुछ सुना, without checking, without validating, आपने वही rumor किसी और की तरफ फैला दिया. And then later on you get to know that no, it was not a fact, it was a rumor. So we need to ask for forgiveness. Now sometimes when we spread or we become party to such rumors, which we are also not aware of, maybe we also forwarded some WhatsApp messages and we also gave some informations to other people which were not the truth. And then we later on realized that, oh, it was not the truth. So this is spreading of information without checking, without validating, is nothing but a rumor, which is more of a modern day superstition also. So our modern day superstition, they are flooding and flowing a lot through media. तो जहाँ पर हम लोग कुछ खुद वैलिडेट नहीं कर रहे हैं, खुद का बुद्धि नहीं लगा रहे हैं, खुद हम उसे चेक नहीं कर रहे हैं, just because somebody has said this, just because somebody has forwarded it, we are also forwarding the same information. Okay, like those typical ones which I still receive, and it is strange to receive, and from educated people, that ये message आप 10 लोग को forward करिए, आपके life में एक अच्छी खबर आ जाएगी. And there are people who are educated, who are from great backgrounds, they are also forwarding such things. So we really need to make sure that if we have done it, we ask for forgiveness, because if we also start doing it, more and more people will start believing, oh, ये तो प्राणी की लग रहा है, ये तो अच्छे खासे लोग हैं, पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, तो जो बोल रहे ठीक ही बोल रहे होंगे. And then they also start following, and that is how a rumor spreads. All right. So let us now begin with the practice. Okay, I request you to just close your eyes. Now let's reflect that. Just think about any situation where you have unnecessarily spread certain information which was not validated, which was not checked, and which just went away. And later on you realize that no, that information was not accurate. Okay. Just think about that person. कुछ लोगों को याद करिए जिनको आपने कुछ गलत इन्फॉर्मेशन दी और बाद में आप रियलाइज किए कि वो इन्फॉर्मेशन गलत थी. Think about those people in front of you. Just mentally or verbally affirm, Atma Namaste. I salute the divinity within you. Please forgive me for giving you wrong informations. Please forgive me for triggering superstition within you or triggering rumors. I did this out of lack of awareness. Now that I'm more aware, I seek for forgiveness, and I also pray to God to give me the inner strength to not repeat this mistake. May we all be blessed with the inner strength to check, to validate any information that comes to us before we spread it to other people. In full faith, we thank you. Gently open your eyes. All right. Thank you very much for joining in. I hope this was helpful. And this little practice can really help us on our personal levels, for our minds to become more sharper, for us to become more intelligent, for us to be more aware, especially of the flow of information. Thank you very much for joining in. Atma Namaste.